Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today is Thursday, the 19th day of the month of Juno, and the moon is, I think, just past the third quarter, so we're waning fast. And so let's see what message wants to come through today. This message is for whoever this message is for. And it's for whenever you find this video. So let's get started. I've got the birch runes, the Elder Futhark on birch. Let's see what message wants to come through. It's a little bit gusty out there today, where I am. Ooh, neat. I might close the window though anyway, just because of traffic, but we'll see. Let's see what message wants to come through to us today for some of us. Okay, we'll start with just the splash. Right, closing the window. Alrighty, lots of sound effects today. Your central issue for this message is Avaz reversed. Avaz is the rune of the horse. The horse has to do with movement and also spirit. So reversed on the central spot, I'm going to see that maybe you're actually just taking things easy lately. You've just come through a huge harvest leading up. We have Yira, which is the rune of the harvest, and also time. So then we have Avaz. Avaz is the horse, as I said. So reversed, I'm going to read this a couple ways. First of all, you're not moving forward so much at the moment, and I really get the sense of rest from this. I really get the sense of you are actually taking rest, which is something that maybe you haven't done in a while. You may also be not sure about, how you're going to move forward next, but right now you're just basically you may be taking rest, or you may be taking rest because you have no choice. Like at this point, you may be in a situation where you maybe want to move forward, but you can't because you're exhausted. So there's that. You are actually looking inward to spirit. You're letting spirit carry you inwardly at the moment, which is another read on that. Leading up to this, we have Yira. Yira is the rune of the harvest and also time. It speaks of a completion. So it does look like you've actually just come through a major harvest where you were very, very focused on this, on the present moment, and where you were, bringing things through, and you were, in a sort of state of abundance, but it was like a lot of work. And then that ended, that completed, and now you're sort of depleted, to rhyme. you're sort of lying down in terms of you're not moving forward, you're not galloping at the moment, you're just sort of resting and refinding your inner spirit to move forward again, whatever way that's going to lead you. What is going to help you is we have Fehu, which is the rune of wealth and worth. Fehu is not necessarily money. Fehu is cattle. So this is basically the wealth that you tend. Whatever it is that, as long as you take care of it, will keep your life rich and feeling of worth. I am going to lay down a rune on top and bottom just to expand on this message and this line. Yeah, and it's going to reconnect you with, I want to say purpose. That's the blank rune. Once you, basically what's helping you at this point while you are being still, which you have earned, you're basically, is just remembering just the value that you have, and okay, so I'm going to read this a few ways. The value that being still has, and also the value that you've just brought through, and also your value, and that you're worth it, and you're worth taking the time to rest. Which will lead you to just, it'll clear things. So it's like, no, I deserve to rest. I deserve to have this moment. And then that will actually clear things up, and things will open up, and you'll be able to see more clearly things and the way they stand. And it will be really, really good for you to do this. Move this over here. So sorry, things going on around the camera. So helping that is Dagas, which is the rune of the breaking of the day. So once you acknowledge that you do deserve to rest, which you certainly do, and that you're worth that, and that this is how you tend the things that you need to take care of, so that they will continue to give your life richness and wealth, worth. This frees this up. You have the breaking of the day. The energy will start to come back. Sovilo is not here, but Sovilo is implied, because Sovilo is the rune of the sun, it's source energy, and this is the breaking of the day. So this is the energy is going to come back through once you acknowledge that it's worth it, you're worth it, and that you are allowed to rest, basically. What isn't going to help is you are feeling a bit like you're weirdly out of your element, because you've been working so hard for so long. We have Othala reversed, which is the rune of the home and the homeland. And it is reversed on the lower line. So you're worried about that you're not doing what you were doing, which was sort of, it had become a kind of a comfort zone for you. You're worried about letting go of what was serving you before, which was working on this harvest that you've just come through. I think it's just don't neglect your comfort, really. And I think that's what this whole thing is about. This whole thing is about you've come through this and you worked really, really hard at it. And now you are resting either by choice or by the fact that you can't push yourself any further. And so this is basically saying, yes, you're feeling a bit out of your comfort zone because you were going push before, and you were getting through this harvest and bringing things through, and that's exciting, but that's over for the moment. So that could worry you, and that could sort of fluster you, drag you down from your purpose, which is to rest. The other thing this is saying is don't neglect giving yourself comfort. Don't deny yourself that comfort, because you are. I think part of you is defining yourself as, I work really, really hard, I bring things through. But you need to breathe. You need to rest so you can do that, because you won't be able to do that or if you don't let yourself rest. So don't deny yourself that. And at the bottom of that is just fear of the unknown, in terms of, you've been doing this for so long and you're like, what am I without this? It's like, you're just you without this. That's fine. So there is that sense of, I don't know how to be when what I normally be is working really, really hard, bringing things through. So there is that sense of, you're not sure. And that's why you're feeling out of your comfort zone, but that's why you also may deny yourself the rest that you need, but you do need that rest. And that's how you're tending your cattle, which is the cattle. So we've got lots of animals today. Well, we've got two animals today. We've got the horse and the cattle. But yeah, so if you start to feel like that, just remind yourself, it's like, I like to be this. I like to be hardworking. I like to be bringing things through. It gives my life a sense of purpose and worth. However, I need to rest between doing that. I need to breathe and rest, or else I won't be able to do that the way that I want to. So the way I'm going to keep my life feeling of worth and with meaning and with a sense of, keep my life feeling rich with that, I need to remember that I am worth that, and remember the worth of what I do, and that part of the worth of what I do is resting, so that I can do the things I do. And then that will free things up so that the energy will start to come back, because you're allowing yourself to rest finally. And then that's like the aha moment that actually starts to bring the rest and the rejuvenation back in, and your source energy back. What this is all going to lead you to is we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is another name for Ing, and Ing is another name for Frey, and Frey is the fertility god, and I usually read this rune as active creation. And this is basically, I think, because you're good at this, maybe you're not so good at this part, the resting part. And I think your next step after you do this and you get your energy back and you see how much use it was to do that, is that you're going to be working on rearranging things in your life so that you can allow for this, so that you can have a planned this, so that it doesn't force you to be this when you've exhausted yourself, so that you're actually giving yourself times to rest in between the very hard and worthy work that you do, where you're bringing things through and you're working hard and bringing through a state of abundance for you and perhaps the people around you. So I think that's actually your next step. Well, obviously, this is what this is showing, is that your next step is this. Once you've rejuvenated, and once you've recovered, and once you're on your feet again, you're probably going to be very interested in arranging your life and reshaping your life to give yourself these moments of rest, so that you can replenish as you go. and not get exhausted. So you basically get stopped by your body or whatever else. Just your exhaustion stops you. You won't let yourself get to that point anymore. You're just going to keep yourself rested, and you're going to do that by reshaping your life and your schedule and your time so that you will have these moments that you're allowing yourself to rest. So that is your message today for whoever this message is for, and for whenever you find this video, that's the message that wanted to come through. So I wish you all, as always, all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.